Stuckey's gas station. Not something I particularly wanted to see. Obviously, I wasn't the one in the driver's seat.
I wanted to be at the lighthouse.
At least the lighthouse was much closer now. I would have to make my way up there somehow.
Thank God it's much closer. Fuck! Kinda surprised that worked. Holy shit. Oh, okay, it's fine, I'm fine.
There was no power to the log lift.
Well, shit. Ow. I sure wish y'all would quit it. That would be wonderful. Thank you for refilling my guns. Refilling my guns, reloading all my weapons. Jesus. Oh good, I'm so glad I can now run back up there. Oh, but wait. Oh, Alan's actually running pretty far. Alan, where was this in the main campaign? It's the lighthouse, but the light breaks and there's some spare parts. Oh god, right. Like he realizes he's a writer, not an electrician, and then just dies.
Dreaming and insane.
I don't think I like that.
You represent the part of Alan Wake that is capable of rational thought and planning, but a part of you wants to give in. There's comfort in the oblivion of dreams. You represent the part that isn't ready to quit and die.
Wait, are you telling me I'm not real?
You're as real
Oh my god.
as anything else in this place.
Zane, are you playing some kind of game with me?
I am not the author of your story.
How can you say that when you wrote that page about me in the clicker? It wasn't one of my pages. You directed me to.
Yeah, I don't. Alan, is this whole thing like not real? Because Zane wrote about
You
Alan.
needed the clicker, but I'm not. Alan, you should keep going.
Zane? Zane, come on!
Well, that cleared things up.
I like how we get a Metal Gear Solid endless staircase. Ooh, and a little fight at each landing. Good. What's your cardio like on stairs, Alan? God, where is this in the main game?
The bridge groaned in the unnatural wind. It was heralding the enemy's arrival. Wake wouldn't leave this place alive.
Nope. Oh, I forgot I had those. Oh, come on. Plot on over here. What are you doing in the trees, Marshmallow Man?
Help you here.
Thomas! Ah, you're so cute.
How the hell are you doing that?
Did you really have to do all of that? You could have just— oh my god!
It's like learning
You
to control
asshole.
your dreams. There's a connection.
You could have just knocked it over. Are you mad at me for critiquing your magic?
I taught you. You
God.
fixed the foolish mistake I made with Barbara.
Jesus, Thomas, you didn't need to slap me with a tree. You could have just told me to quit being a dick. I think there are just enough keystrokes played that that match how many letters are in the word. Let's see, there's 4. Nope, that's way more than 4. There you go, proving me wrong right away, Alan. Love it. Oh, Alan. Oh, that was not as scary as you wanted it to be, I don't think. Ow, what the shit? Oh, I'm glad I got them post-mortem. Come on. Or posthumously, rather. Oh, well, he's dead as fuck. Win it, birds. The birds. Oh, not just the birds. There was dudes. I hate you so much, birds. Oh god, there's a lot going on right there. Come on, camera. Don't pull this bullshit with me. God. Well, a part of the great game design is that, hey, Pernstein, what's up? Part of the great game design is 1, doing shit like that, and 2, whenever the game wants you to look at something, it just hijacks the camera from you and then makes you look at the thing. But only sometimes, yep, like that. Come on, stumble up the stairs. Alan, Alan, Alan! Alan, you gigantic asshole. This doesn't mean anything to me.
Since we're being so frank here, Alan, and let me just reiterate how happy I am that you've had this breakthrough, I would like to summarize your condition.
All right.
Well, let's start with the obvious, the car crash. Then there's your history of substance abuse, which, combined with your chronic insomnia and extremely poor impulse control, that's a dangerous combination. Your vivid fantasy casts you as a heroic victim and allows you to skirt responsibility for your own actions.
Dr. Hartman, I think that's spot on. I can't argue with any of that.
Okay, I feel like I can't just move on from that bit without some context. So, Dr. Hartman just threw out a bunch of stuff that doesn't sound great, and I just tried to say they're all in an attempt to draw a connection between Alan Wake and Stephen King. Let's go through each point together, and maybe you'll see where I'm coming from, or maybe I'm reading into things that aren't there. Here we go. The car crash. On June 19th, 1999, Stephen King was out on a walk when he was hit by a distracted driver driving a light blue Dodge van. He suffered a collapsed right lung, scalp lacerations, a broken hip, and multiple fractures in his right leg. The damage to his leg was so severe that doctors considered amputating it before they managed to stabilize the bones with an external fixator. The driver, Brian Smith, pled guilty to the charge of driving to endanger and was sentenced to 6 months in county jail, which was suspended, and his license was suspended for a year. Alan's been in several car crashes in the game.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car.
Look out!
Substance abuse. It's said Alan's fought a long-time battle against alcoholism, and it's no secret that Stephen King used to have his own problems with substances. In his memoir, On Writing, he talks about how his wife, Tabitha, staged an intervention with friends and family present. King stated that he doesn't remember much about that time and admitted that he thought the quality of his writing had gone down, calling the Tommyknockers, the last book he wrote before he cleaned up, an awful book, and that he didn't like Dreamcatcher very much, which was the first book he wrote after the car accident. He was prescribed OxyContin for pain management and said he was pretty stoned when he wrote it and that it's another book that shows the drugs at work. Again, from his memoir On Writing, he says he can barely remember writing Cujo at all. At the end of my adventures, I was drinking a case of 16-ounce tall boys a night, and there's one novel, Cujo, that I barely remember writing at all. I don't say that with pride or shame, only with a vague sense of sorrow and loss. I like that book. I wish I could remember enjoying the good parts as I put them down on the page. Insomnia. I only found one reference for this, but it said that King was dealing with a bout of insomnia himself leading up to writing his 1994 novel, Insomnia, which almost didn't get published. I know the next point is hallucinations, but I'm going to tack that one onto the end and come back to it. Poor impulse control. This one's kind of weak, but from my experience, addiction can be a sign of an overarching problem regarding impulse control. In Lisa Rogak's 2009 book Haunted Heart, The Life and Times of Stephen King, King talks about his addiction in terms of his personality. I didn't just have a problem with beer and cocaine. I was an addictive personality, period, he admitted later. I was smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, I loved Listerine, I loved NyQuil, you name it. If it would change your consciousness, I was all for it. Denial, a victimhood mentality, skirting responsibility, and, yes, hallucinations. These points don't necessarily tie directly back to Stephen King, but they do. And if you don't want any spoilers for King's Dark Tower series, a series whose last main installment was in 2004, skip to here. In my opinion, these are some of the worst traits I'm trying to tie back to King, but even he's recognized that he's flawed, sometimes extremely so. In his magnum opus, his self-described Uber novel, the Dark Tower series, there are characters that travel between the world of Midworld, the main world of the series, and our world. 2 of those characters are Roland Deschain and Eddie Dean. In the Dark Tower 6, Song of Susanna, these 2 travel to Maine in our world where they meet Stephen King at his home. I cut a few things from this section because they need additional context that you get from reading the series, and I'm not here to talk Dark Tower, I'm here to talk comparisons between King and Wake. But the book describes the encounter thusly. He, King, saw them and stopped. He saw Roland and stopped. For a moment, the whole world hung on a hinge. Then the man turned and ran. Not, however, before Eddie saw the terrible thunderstruck look of recognition on his face. Not to get too deep into it, but King writes himself as something of a coward in this part of the book. He runs from Roland and Eddie, personifications of the task of writing the Dark Tower that he'd been running from for years at that point, consciously or otherwise. He insists they're not real and that he must be suffering a mental breakdown. When Roland hypnotizes him to get more answers, King repeatedly balks at a certain line of questioning and sulks like a child when the answer is dragged out of him, turning almost petulant when pressed to explain further. I'm about to give context for this, so skip to here if you haven't read Song of Susanna and don't want anything spoiled. Do you know what you are? King shook his head. His lower lip had pooched out like that of a sulky child. Do you know what you are? The father first, the husband second, the writer third, then the brother. After brotherhood, I am silent. Okay? No, not okay. Do you know what you are? A long pause. No, I told you all I can. Stop asking me. I'll stop when you speak true. Do you know? Yes, alright? I know what you're getting at. Satisfied? Not yet. Tell me what. I'm Gan, or possessed by Gan. I don't know which. Maybe there's no difference. King began to cry. His tears were silent and horrible. But it's not Dis. I turned aside from Dis. I repudiate Dis, and that should be enough, but it's not. Ka is never satisfied. Greedy old Ka, that's what she said, isn't it? What Susan Delgado said before you killed her, or I killed her, or Gan killed her? Greedy old Ka, how I hate it. Regardless of who killed her, I made her say that. For I hate it, so I do. I buck against Ka's goad and will until the day I go into the clearing at the end of the path. And still Ka comes to me, comes from me. I translate it, am made to translate it. Ka flows out of my navel like a ribbon. I am not Ka. I am not the ribbon. It's just what comes through me, and I hate it, I hate it. Stop your snivelment, Roland said, with a remarkable lack of sympathy to Eddie's way of thinking, and King stilled. Why did you stop writing the story when I came to the Western Sea? Are you dumb? Because I don't want to be Gan. I turned aside from Dis. I should be able to turn aside from Gan as well. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love to write stories, but I don't want to write your story. I'm always afraid. He looks for me. The eye of the king. But not since you stopped, Roland said. No, since then he looks for me not. He sees me not. Nevertheless, you must go on. King's face twisted, as if in pain, then smoothed out into the previous look of sleep. This characterization isn't an exact reflection of Stephen King, the person, though. In an afterword for the last book, The Dark Tower 7, The Dark Tower, King talks briefly about his own character in Book 6. Readers will speculate on how real the Stephen King is who appears in these pages. The answer is not very, although the one Roland and Eddie meet in Bridgeton, Song of Susanna, is very close to the Stephen King I remember being at that time. So, all in all, so you see what they're trying to do, and I don't like it. I don't like the parallel they're trying to draw, I guess. Ow. If you touch the words, they hurt too. No. Are you goddamn kidding me? Oh my god. Oh no. I have to do this. I bet if I had done this first, it wouldn't have fallen off the edge like that. Maybe they would have just bounced to a different part of the gap. What the hell was that noise? Not what I want. That's for fucking sure. Ow. Alan, go, Alan, go, Alan! See what I'm talking about? They throw enemies at you, but Alan runs like he smokes a pack a day.
Well done. You have
Not
come
really.
far, but there's still a little further to go.
Hey, let me tell you something, Alan. You screw up, don't you?
Come on, I don't do that.
Yes, you do. You're a complete failure. I hate you and I'll never forgive you for whatever it was that you did.
Oh, man.
See? I know you.
There were too many of them!
And I'm not going
Hordes and hordes of them! Swarming over the landscape.
Oh, I already hate this.
They were coming for me. And this time
I can't see. I don't think I'm even going the right way. I'm just gonna let this take me because I have no idea what I'm doing. I just keep regenerating just enough health that when one of them attacks me, I don't die. I don't know. No, you kill me. You kill me. I'm just gonna back into you and let this happen.
in your head. It is.
Who thought this was a good idea?
there were too many of them!
Who did this? I want names.
Swarming over the landscape. They were coming for me. And this time they would get it with
I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't like any of this. No. Ow! What the? I can't see anything. It's like super scary and mysterious, but also I can't see dick. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. Is it up here? Like you could be playing this game. I mean, ugh. Yeah. See what I'm talking about? Game really wanted me to know that there was a bad guy coming at me, and then I dodged him, so it took the camera out of my hands. God, fuck off. Entirely and for real. I can't see where I'm going. I don't know what to do. I know I'm close to the edge. I just don't know where else there is to be. Like I can't see anything. Quit throwing shit at me. I can't. Ugh. This specifically is just bad. How is it supposed to be fun? How is this supposed to be anything? Can't see where I'm going. I can't see what I'm doing. I just have to hope for the best. Ah! Ow, fuck off. I can't see what I'm doing. I fell off the edge. Imagine that. Like, it doesn't help when you do this. Game. I swear to God. Alan, if you want the last 30 minutes to be what I'm doing next month, then that's fine. We can do that. We can play it that way, too. Ah! I just know that there are dudes coming. I don't know where I'm going. Alright, that's it. We're doing what I'm doing next month, and we're never finding out what happens to Alan Wake. Because fuck Alan Wake.